Let us have the next sheet. Now next, let us imagine that you want to give offers. You want to give offers to attract the customers. Okay, so offers for the repeated customer. Let's say I want to find out the top customers of our company. Okay, so to do that one, let's have, okay, I'll create one more new sheet here. So in new sheets, let me take the sales. Okay, in new sheet, let's say top customer. I'll rename this one as a top customer. Okay, top customers. Okay, top customers. Next here, I'll take sales. I'll take sales. Now customer names. So sales, this is a sales. I'll take customer names. Okay, the customer names. So as far as, see, as far as record is concerned, I have around, you can see there are in marks, you can see there are 793 customers. Okay, there are 793 customers as far as this record is concerned for this company. Okay, so let me sort this. There is an option here, ascending order sort and descending order sorting options. Okay, so here what I will do, I'll say, okay, I want this ascending order. So you can see Shane Miller is one of the top customer of our company, and he has purchased nearly about $25,043 of items from our company. Okay, as far as this record is concerned. Next, he is the second one. Understood? Now, if you want to make this customer as a repeated customers, okay, sometimes the sales department or say the management, they place certain kind of a strategy by offering some, what I can say, offering some packages. Okay, so next, say discount, especially for those customers. Okay, so they place certain kind of a strategy. But as a technical part, okay, visualization part, our job is to find out who are the top customers. Managers say, I want to know who are the 5 top customers of company. I want to know 10 top customers of company. So then you should be able to find out, drill down the data and to find the top customers of the company. Now here, if you look, if you represent like this with the manager, okay, so this is not a professional way of representing representing or presenting with the general manager. Sir, you are asking 5 customers. I have given all the 793 customers. That is not the way. Okay, so I have to make this one as a dynamic one. Okay, so that when the manager say he wants to know 5 customers, you should be able to display the 5 customers there. Again, what I will do, I'll same strategy I'll play here. Okay, create the parameter. Create the parameter. Next, after creating the parameter, so let's say uh, top customers. Okay, top customers. Float, I'll make it as integer. Current value, let's say by default, let's say I'll keep 5. I want to display by default 5 customers. Next, go to range. Okay, under range minimum, let's say 5 I want, or you can, it's up to you. Okay, so it is up to you based upon the requirements you can set. Maximum, let's say I want 30. I want to give some packages for 30 top customers. Step size, okay, so in every click, let's say I want to increase 5 customers. Okay, okay, done. Okay, so in parameter sections, you can see, okay, how many months, top customers. Okay, so you can see top customers here. Now next is, next what I have to do is, I have to create one set. Okay, so I have to create one set, okay, for the sales. Okay, so to create the set, what I will do is, I'll go to, I want to create the set of the customers. Okay, set of the customer, 5 customers, 10 customers, set of 10 customers, 5 customers. So what I will do, I'll just go to customer name. Okay, select customer name. Next is, hit on right click on this. So after that, there is an option called create. Okay, under create, there is 3 options here. So, sorry, 4 options. Either I can create calculated field, I can group here. Okay, customer name I can group with the customer ID. Okay, so that depends. Okay, filter, let's say region was I want to filter the customers, so we can do it that. Group sets. So now I want to create the set for customer name so that I can display the top customers. Okay, in customer name, hit on set. Okay, under set, uh, let's say the name of my set be say top n customer. Let the user decide. Top n customer. Okay, top n customers. Okay, so under top, after that, top n customers by sales. By sales. So next is select on top. So there is, okay, you can select manually, but it is a tedious work. Remember, it is going to eat your lot of time. Okay, so consumes lot of time. Okay, conditions also you can put. Okay, so next is I have top. There is an option called top. Under top, straight away you can select. Okay, by field, top is a field. Okay, you can select bottom. Okay, bottom line customers, let's say they have taken one time or two time the products, you want to make them repeated customers, so you can play the strategy. Okay, discounted strategy, but while giving the discounts you make sure that it should not affect the profit. Okay, so next top customers, let's say top customers 10. Here what I will do, so the moment when you select top, you'll get two options. Okay, what I have created the parameters, how many months, top months, what just now I have created. So I want to select from top customers, select top customers, sales. Okay, so obviously sales, based upon the sales I want to select the customers. Sum, I'll keep it as sum only, so the total sum I want. Okay, so next is after by field, sales is also done. Okay, so now next hit on okay, hit on okay. Okay, so now you can see a new set here, new field called set. The name of the set is top n customer by sales here. Okay, so next is go to filter. Okay, so next what I will do, I want to filter, right? I have n customers here, I want to filter this n customers with the top 5 customer or top 10 customers. So what I will do, just drag and drop this one in filters. Fine, drag and drop in filters. Can you see participants? See, now this is the better representation. Okay, the better presentation. You can forward this one to the general manager. Okay, and you can say these are the 5 customers. But the problem here is there is no dynamic. Okay, so you have not set the dynamic system here. Okay, so to make this one as a dynamic, so what I will do, already I have created the parameter here. Okay, top customers, just hit on this. Okay, show in the parameter, show in the parameter. So you can see top customer 5. Let me check. Okay, let me hover. So can you see this, participants? So let's say the manager wants to check top 10 customers. So these are the top 10 customers, and in the tooltip, okay, you can see how much amount of the product they have taken from your company, 15,117. Even you can put the profit also, how much profit the company has gained from this customer. Let's say profit, take profit and I'll put it in tooltip. There is an option called tooltip here. Okay, drag and drop in tooltip. Now you can see that profit also. Okay, so you can see, can you see this one? As far as Sean Miller is concerned, okay, so profit is in the minus now. Understood? But I think my profit is in the minus now, but he has purchased 25,043. That means he is interested more on those tables, I guess. Tables, let's say bookcase, etc. Okay, I'm not getting kind of a profit, but then what is the use of giving some? That depends upon. Sorry to say. That depends. Okay, how the company is taking this customer, but I'm not getting any profit here. So this is a question mark, big question mark for the management. So next is, say, have a look on this. He has purchased 19,052 and we have gained around 8,981 profit from this customer. Okay, similarly, have a look on this other customers. So we can play the strategy. Understood? We can play the strategy using this. Hope you are clear with this. Top 10 customers. Next is, let's go to market basket analysis. In market basket analysis, what happened? I want to compare the products now. Okay, the person who has taken, purchased the bread. Okay, whether he has purchased the milk or not. Okay, and I want to form the package combo package, we say, right? So we can do that one using the market basket analysis. Okay, to make market basket analysis, hold on. Hold on, participants. Okay, to make the market basket analysis, okay, so we need in one sheet, we will be having, I'll go to the data source now. I'll go to data source. Now, if you see this data source, okay, so here I have only, I can display or I can visualize only one the products. Let's say table. I can display only table here, understood? But for the market basket analysis, okay, I have to compare the two products. Let's say table, I want to compare with chairs, understood? So in one side, I want, in one dimension, x-axis, I want tables. In y-axis and the other dimension, I want the chairs. Two-dimensional data I require, but it is not possible using only one order, okay, order sheet. So I have to perform here join operation. Okay, so let's try to perform the join operation. To perform the join operation, okay, so what I will do, I'll drag the sheet here. Hope you can see my screen, a data source screen. Okay, I'll go to orders. Okay, select orders. Next, drag and drop here. Very next to this orders. Hope you are clear. Very next to this orders, I'll drag and drop. Understood? Hold on. So the moment when you drag, okay, orders with orders, okay, it gives me four options. Okay, it gives me four options, whether you want to perform inner operation, okay, or you want to perform left join, right join, or full outer join. This is a part of what sets, I guess. Okay, so I'll have inner join now because I want the matching products here now. Okay, so here what I will do, I'll choose the field. On what basis, on which field basis you want to make the inner join. Okay, so you can practice this one later. Okay, the session will be uploaded. I'll try to upload this one in my YouTube channel. Okay, or else I'll somehow make this one available to you so that you can practice after this session. Okay, so order ID. So what I will do, I'll have order ID here. Okay, I will select order ID. When order ID of order sheet 1 is equal to, okay, so next the order ID of the next one equals to, I'll make order ID of this next one, order ID. Fine, order ID. Now just to avoid confusion, what happened, automatically the Tableau will try to differentiate both the order ID, okay, of order sheet 1 with the orders sheet with the order sheet 1. Okay, just to differentiate it, try to change the column name here or the attribute name. In the same way, if I want to make market basket analysis, I need the subcategory also. Okay, so I'll have subcategory. Okay, choose the subcategory. Where is, let me check, where is my subcategory? Yeah, subcategory. Subcategory. Okay, so what I will do, there is an option here called lesser than or greater than. So right now what I will do, I'll select lesser than or greater than. Later on I will try to change this one. Okay, so subcategory is equal to subcategory of orders one sheet. Okay, so order one sheet. So done. So I have performed now what? Joining operation. Joining is very simple. I think it's a part of sets. Okay, join operation. So that means the tables which are attributes which are in the order one, I'm comparing, okay, taking that one with the order one. So similar tables of orders and orders one, I'm going to compare this one. Okay, so order ID, out of which order ID and a subcategory. Okay, hope you are clear this. Now, yeah, I'll close this one. Now, almost the data set is ready now. Now, one thing what you can see here is, so the after performing the operation, okay, joining operation, the entire data set will have, now the entire data set format will get changed here. Hold on. Let me start with the new sheet, market basket analysis. I have created, okay, let me change the name of this one with rename this one with market basket analysis. Market basket analysis. Okay, market basket analysis. So now you can see, okay, dimensions. Okay, in dimensions, have a look. I have orders. Okay, there is another field called order one. That means these are the fields of sheet orders and these are the fields of sheet order one. Understood? In the same way, if you go to measures, okay, in measures also I have orders and orders one. Set will remain same, rest of the things are remain same, like how many number of joining operation you are doing. So it is going to subcategorize even your field under dimensions and the measures here. Okay, so next is, now I can perform the market basket analysis. Okay, so here what I will do, I'll take subcategory from orders. I'll take subcategory from orders sheet. Okay, select this subcategory, put it in column. Next is I'll take subcategory from orders one and I'll drag and drop in rows. Can you see this, participants? Okay, so I'll drag and drop in this one. Okay, so next is the moment after that, this is not the perfect view I can say. Okay, so let's say I'll try to convert this one. This is in the standard format of standard format. Let's try to have the entire view. Okay, so now this is perfect, I guess. I have covered almost all everything here. Understood? So I have covered almost all the everything. Okay, so uh, next is order ID. Okay, go to order ID. Order ID. Let's say already I have covered no order ID. Order ID and put it in marks. One second. Click on order ID. Order ID. Okay, just double click this. Okay, not double click. One second for speech. It started processing. Not order ID. Hold on. Let me remove this. Not double clicking. Okay, so just order ID. Okay, place it here. Hold on. Not there, not there. Hold on. I'm committing some mistake here. Order ID. No, it's not going to display. Let me remove this one. Okay, order ID I should place in text field because I want the value for this ABC. Okay, order ID, place it in text field. CC2. Yeah, it's not showing now because this is a continuous the function. Okay, so order ID is a continuous function. One second. Okay, so next is this is a continuous function. So I have to make this one as a discrete now. Hold on. Show filter dimensions. Hold on. Uh, one second, Parshim. I'm committing some mistake here. Here, drag it to the hold on. Here, measures. Yeah, order ID. Next, go to measures. Okay, order ID. Okay, select this order ID. Go to measures. Next, you choose count distinct. Okay, count distance. Now you can see this the beautiful what I can say the measures. Now this is the comparison. Hope you are okay. So what you have to do is because it was a discrete, now I have to make continuous. Go to select this order ID. Okay, go to what was that measures. Under measure there is an option called count distinct. Okay, so now you can see this is the market basket analysis, but the problem here is I'm having the mirror copy. Now let's say copier, I'm comparing copier with what envelopes. Okay, 4%. Okay, so 4 ID it is mentioning here. Understood? 4% they have given. But the same mirror copy you can see here also. Envelope with the copier. So I don't want this. The upper region I don't want, so that I can compare. Okay, while visualizing. Okay, it should be very easy for me to visualize. Understood? So what I will do again, I'll go to data sets. Okay, in data sets there is an option here. Yeah, hit on this. Have a look. Subcategory is I have mentioned greater than or less than or greater than. So I'll make this one as less than. Okay, so let's make it this one less than. The next is go to market basket analysis. Hit on this. Now can you see? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can you see this one? Okay, so this is a beautiful way. Okay, so I can compare. Okay, accessories with arts, 89. Okay, so what I will do, I want to, let's try to, again, this is very difficult for me to compare. Okay, which is having the highest, which I can select as the combo pack. So what I will do, okay, uh, hold on. Okay, next, I want to change the color of this. Okay, to change the color, mm, mm, order ID, I'll just copy, okay, I'll select this order ID and place it to the color. So can you see this? Okay, I have changed the color here. Okay, just to place this one and place it over the here. Okay, so next is, since it is an automatic, okay, so change it to squares. Change it to squares. And next here is, hold on. Okay, so next is, uh, what I will do, I just want to know how the profits are coming. Okay, so which is having the more profit, which the market basket analysis is giving me the more profit. So I'll just go to profit here. Okay, select profit and drag and drop here. No, not profit. Hold on. Mm, mm, Data source. Hold on, participant. So here I want the profit, right? So just select profit and drag it on the colors. Okay, this is fine. This indicates that this color indicating that, okay, it is in loss, and this dark color is indicating that it is in, I'm in profit. If I combine my storage with the copier, I can have the more profit here. But I want to display the values also here. Okay, so to display the value, there is another option called a profit ratio. Where is profit ratio? There is no option here, profit ratio. Hold on. There is no option here called profit ratio. Let me put this one in labels. Yes, participants, hello. So what I did, there is no profit ratio here. So instead of profit ratio, I have selected just profit and I'm dragging in the label. Now this is a clear view, no, of the market basket analysis. See, from this I can decide which is having the higher darker color. Okay, so that is going to be my, what I can say, the combo pack. You can plan for that combo pack because it is going to generate, it has already generated me such a huge amount. If I combine the copier, okay, as for this data, if I combine copier with the storage, have a look on this. Okay, so I have generated around 24,645 the profit. Understood? From this combo pack. Similarly, it is up to management. Okay, so what they want to, which market basket analysis they want to perform, which the products they want to combine. Okay, so that also can be decided. You can decide if one product, okay, there is a huge demand in one product, okay, and there is a less demand for the other products, you can have the combination of those. But before making the combination, just check here in the market basket analysis whether it is possible to match those products or not. In the same way, this is going to give me a more profit. The next is, in the same way, let's say other papers and copiers. Okay, so papers and copiers are also going to give me the more profit. Similarly, okay, so the darker the color, darker blue color is okay, the more profit I can. Binders with accessories, I guess. Okay, so binders with this, again, yeah, binders, I can combine binders with the accessories. It is going to give me around 8,574 as per the data. Similarly, rest others also you can decide. It's very easy now. For you, it's very easy now. Since I have visualized, now you can decide it. But unfortunately, I cannot compare. Okay, furnishing with bookcases, it is not going to, I cannot combine this. This also I'm going to gain, I'm getting a negative margin here. Similarly, wherever you have minus, so you can reject that one and you can plan for combining the product which is having the more darker color. If you want, you can change, edit the color also. So edit colors, go to edit colors. So this I have taken automatic here. What I will do, darker to green I will take. Darker to, okay, sorry, red to green. Red to green means marching towards loss to profit. Okay, so I can choose here red to green. Okay, so in advance, again there is an advanced option, and under advanced, okay, I'll set the margin center, I'll keep as 0. Okay, so plus means profit, negative means the loss there. Okay, apply this. Okay, now I think this is the better visualization, right? So better visualization, I can select even 17,000. This I can plan for paper and copier. I can plan for paper or binders. Okay, so I can plan for paper and accessories. Okay, so this is how we are performing analysis of market basket system. Now next is, since I think I have now sales and profit. I have built, yeah, sales and profit. I have regions. I have, okay, reason table, reason tables. I have, okay, LOD. I have user defined LODs also. I'm having, okay, top customers also. I'm having market basket is also I'm having. Now it's the time to create the dashboard. Okay, so in dashboard, uh, whatever you have done in this sheets, okay, so everything I can bring all this sheets in one dashboard. Okay, so dashboard you can share, either you can share with the management or you can represent that dashboard in the meeting. Okay, so to create the dashboard, see there is an option, there is an icon here, okay, with Excel, okay, dark plus symbol. Click on this, hit on this. So it will take you to the dashboard where I can design my dashboard as per my requirement or the company requirements here. Okay, so here uh, first we need to set the scales. Hold on, first we need to set the scales here. Okay, so why scales means sometimes the management, they prefer to see the dashboard on laptop. Sometimes they are in front of laptop, they want to see in the laptop. Sometimes let's say CEOs or CTOs of the companies, okay, most of the time they will be outside of the companies. Okay, so most of the time they access the data of the company through mobiles. So in that case also they should be able to, okay, access the this dashboard, okay, what you have designed it. So we need to set the scales here. Proper scales are required, so that based upon the screen of the laptop and the mobile, okay, you should be able to uh, present, okay, whatever the work you have done as a data scientist or data analyst. Okay, so here there is an option here. Have a look on this. This is my the screen where I can design the dashboard. Okay, so as far as the moment when you click on dashboard, you all the sheets so far what I have designed here, so everything will be available here. So next is first we need to set the size here. Go to size. There is a fixed size 1000 pixel px to 8000 width and height. Okay, desktop browser, you can use it to the desktop here. But what I will do, I want to display both in mobile as well as my laptops. So I'll set the I'll click on range. I'll hit on range. Minimum size, I'll give the minimum size, which is nothing but my the mobile size, mobile screen size. Okay, so maximum will be 640. Okay, and minimum similar, some minimum as per the standard, generally I set for 360 pixel. Okay, maximum size of the laptop, okay, let's say 1280 by default. The next is say 720. Okay, when it comes to height. Now done. Okay, so I have set the screen size now. Now next, I want to drag and drop. Just simple dashboard. Creating the dashboard is very simple here. First, let's say I want sales and profit. Drag and drop it. Okay, drag and drop it. But the moment when you drag and drop this, okay, it is going to take the entire the screen. Okay, entire dashboard. So I have to rearrange this. click on this button, more option, click on this one. There is an option called floating. Okay, hit on floating. So that means now you can rearrange this sheet. Okay, so select this. Let me select here, or else I think it's better to select on the right corner. Okay, I'll select here. Let me resize this so that, okay, I should have the better view of my dashboard. Okay, I think this is a better view, I guess. Okay, better view. Now you have to decide which sheets you have to select in the dashboard. Okay, so next is, let's say, uh, what I will do, level of details, user defined details. Let's say user defined details. Okay, so you can select any sheets you want, but I'm running, I think it's almost 1 hour now. Let me try to finish this dashboard first. Okay, go to float. Okay, go to float. Next, user defined. Okay, go to float, user defined. Next, have a look. Okay, so now my dashboard is almost taking the shape, right? Okay, so you can have, again, this is how many months. Click on how many months, set on, okay, option here, click on option, click select floating. So again you can keep somewhere here. Okay, so wherever you find the space, say I want this one, I think. Okay, so let's say I'll try to keep here, or else those who are good in dashboard, no. Okay, let's say I'll keep just for the presentation purpose. I'm keeping here. Okay, so later on you can decide. You can keep this one on the right corner of the, as per the standard. Okay, it's better to keep this one. Okay, so how many months on the right side of the corner here? Okay, here it is better to keep here. Next is, let's say I want to add one more sheet. Say market basket analysis. Okay, drag and drop this. Next, go to options. Okay, hit on this option, click on floating. Click on full floating. Next, okay, drag and drop here. Drag and drop here. Okay, so I think it's better to have some more. I'm not able to visualize, you know, the numbers are I'm not able to set the screen properly. The numbers, I'm not able to, what I can say, I'm not able to display the numbers properly here. Let me close this. I don't want this how many months. I'll just try to design using only two things: market basket analysis and sales and profit. Now I think it's better. Yeah, I can visualize market basket analysis in a better way now. Okay, hold on. Yep. Okay, so some values you can set the screen later. Okay, so next is I want to connect this one. Okay, so I want to connect this sheet with this sheet. So what I can do is, there is an option called filter. Okay, hit on filter. Hit on filter. Okay, so next, same way here also I have to select the sheet and hit on filter. Okay, so you can see now. Okay, so market basket analysis, it is affecting. Okay, so affecting binders. Okay, as far as binders are concerned, I'm getting profit. Okay, so sales is this much and can perform this market basket analysis. Furnitures and binder I can combine with furnitures. If I'm able to combine with the furnitures, okay, I'm going to get 595 profit already I have gained. You can select this. Similarly, let's say accessories. Okay, so these are the market basket analysis. Now, like this, I can combine, okay, so sheets by using the filter or techniques. Understood? So, hope you are clear with this. Next is, let me close this also. Profit I don't want. Let me try to give this some simple name. Show the dashboard title. Okay, so the moment when you click on this, show dashboard title. Okay, so here, double click on this. Okay, so you can change the name of the dashboard title here. Say dashboard title, my first demo sales dashboard. Okay, so you can, based upon the requirements, you can select it. You can change the size, color, alignment. Okay, bold, let me say bold, let's say 2014. Okay, let us have the underline. Next, I'll try to change the size. Mm, yeah, my first dashboard, let's say, let me try to keep in a single line. Next, you apply it and save it. Understood? This is how we are creating the dashboard. In the same way, we have the worksheet story also. We can create the workbook. In workbook, what happened? It is a collection of your dashboards. Let's say you have 4 to 5 dashboards. Okay, so by using workbook, I can bring all those dashboard in this. Okay, so it gives a button here. So the moment when you click on the first button, let's say first button, it will take you to the first dashboard. Let's say when you are adding the second dashboard, so it will take you to the second, automatically it will create the second button. The moment when you click on the second button, okay, it will take you to the second dashboard. Okay, this is how the entire system works. I think it's better. Let's try to create the one more dashboard here. So what I will do, so that I can create the story. Okay, so let us say this is my the first dashboard. Okay, so the first dashboard, let's say I'll create one more dashboard here. Click on this. Okay, hit on this, say level of details. Okay, I'll choose this user defined details. It is going to take the entire view. Okay, I'll have floating point. Okay, so next is I'll place this one on the right corner. Okay, so let's say this is the my parameter. I'll set this one as a floating point. Okay, so next is I'll keep on the right corner of this. I think this is the best. I think what I feel, okay, keeping the parameters on the right corner is the best idea, because managers or top level people, okay, they feel comfortable, okay, so to change if the parameters are in on the right side of the dashboard. Okay, so you can align this as per your requirements. Next is, let's say, top customers. Okay, this is my month-wise sales. I want top customers. Just drag and drop this. Go to float, change it to float. Next, okay, align this sheet. 1 second, participant. Align the sheet. Yes, this is the parameter. Again, select this, go to float. Okay, select and keep it in the right side. Fine. So next is you can combine this, hit on the filter. Okay, so again, this sheet also hit on the filter. Fine. Let me size. Okay, user defined month. Let's say how many month? Let's say user defined month. Let's say 10. You can see the changes here, even in the dashboard also. Let's say top customer. Manager wants to see, let's say 11 months. Okay, so this is the sales of 11 months. So next to top customers, let's say 15. He can see all the 15. Okay, along with the tooltip. Okay, all the tooltip he can see. Now, right now I have two dashboards. Let me change. Let's say the name of this one be my second, okay, sales dashboard. Okay, let me align this, say bold. Okay, you can change the color, size, etc. Apply this. Okay, so now two boards, okay, dashboards are ready, right? Okay, let me say this is dashboard 1. I have dashboard 2. Okay, now let's try to create the story. Okay, let me delete this, so that, okay, so just to avoid the confusion, I have two dashboard now, dashboard 1 and dashboard 2. Now I want to create the story, nothing but the bookmark. Okay, create on new story, hit on new story. Okay, so add caption, let's say dashboard 1. I'll give the button name here, dashboard 1. Dashboard 1, you can align, okay, as for your requirements, you can align. So here you can see I have two dashboard, dashboard 1 and dashboard 2. Okay, select dashboard 1. Okay, select dashboard 1. You can align this. Okay, I can, yeah, you can align later. You can align as per your SK requirement, you can align, but it is not possible to align in the story dashboard. If you want to align, you have to align it in the dashboard one. Okay, so next is, say I want to create one more dashboard. Say this is my first dashboard, dashboard one. Let's say I want one more dashboard. Okay, just go to dashboard, just go to dashboard here, option new dashboard. Okay, so new dashboard, not sorry, not dashboard, I want story, right? Okay, so this is the dashboard. Next is blank. Okay, new story point. This is the first story point. I want one more new story point. Either I can duplicate this or I can create the blank. I'll hit on blank. Okay, so here dashboard one. Okay, so again it is it has by default it has created one more new button. Okay, you can rename this. Let me rename this button be dashboard 2. Okay, dashboard 2. Next is, okay, already I have dashboard, which is that one? Yeah, dashboard 2. Okay, so this one, drag and drop it. Drag and drop it. Okay, so this is the final. Okay, so you can use this one, or you can align, you can occupy almost all the areas. Okay, so create the sheets. Okay, drill down the data. Okay, after drilling down the data, all the data you should, in the end, you have to bring here in the story, and you are going to present, okay, this story to the manager. Let's say first, let's like how we are presenting PPT, in the same way we are presenting, we are going to present our dashboard, story dashboard of the Tableau. Dashboard 1. Okay, so you can present this. So after dashboard 1, okay, so you can go to dashboard 2. This is how, this is the final answer of the Tableau. So based upon this data, okay, so based upon this visualization, it is up to the management, okay, to take the decision. Here, as far as this is a professional one, okay, professional software I'm using, so it will allow me to save the file also. Okay, I can save the file. Okay, and that file, save file, I can transfer it to either to the server, or I can give, I can forward to the cloud also. Okay, directly, if it is a live streaming, okay, so I can give the link to the manager, whatever is happening in the data, so same effect you can see in the final dashboard here. Okay, so let me save this one. Okay, to save, go to final. Okay, file. So what I will do here, I will select print to the PDF. Okay, so I want just the PDF. I don't want to take the online now. Print to the PDF, A4 size. Okay. Okay, so next is, let me save this one in desktop. Okay, book 1, story 1. I'll have story 1. Okay, story 1. Next PDF. Okay, PDF, save it. I hope it has saved now. Yeah, it's almost saved. Hold on. Okay, so now hope you can see my screen. Okay, hold on. Hope you can see my screen now. Hello? Yeah, so this is the final. Yeah, this is the final one. Understood. But since due to the I'm running out of time, that's the reason I was not able to align the sheet. Okay, this sheet you can forward to the manager. Okay, or you can take in the next level. Okay, in the meetings. This is one option we have. In the same way, even I can save even Tableau also. Okay, even I can save this one in Tableau. Let's say this is my Tableau desktop. Hope you can see my Tableau desktop now. Okay, so if I want to save, just go to File, save it. Control S, and it is going to save in the extension TWB. Okay, and if you want to open this, okay, you need a Tableau desktop or Tableau software to open this file. Okay, so it is not possible to open in other the softwares. Hope you are clear with this. Just hit on Tableau save. Okay, it is going to save your file. I hope you are clear with this. If you have any queries, you can have. Okay, you can ask me. Okay, I think it's a time to wind up the session. Okay, Dr. Amin sir, it's over to you now.
Okay.